it all depends on this grassroots effort. One of the things that we've talked about doing is we did this in North Winnipeg. I'm officially running in North Winnipeg because that's my home. That's where my ancestors are buried. But they were, on my mom's side, they came from Scotland with Selkirk in the 1820s. They intermarried with the Cree. That's why I've got a great-grandmother who's Cree, Ojibwe Cree. So that's home for me, right? But there's candidates in East York, in Picton, which is, I think, Bay of Quinte, out in Alberta, BC. There's more people coming on board. And we want to get the message out that this is really not just about, like, there's a republic movement in England, but what they want is they want the Queen out and a president in. Just change the figurehead. And it goes much deeper than that. Like, we want to take our country back. And that means getting people to take responsibility in their own communities. One of the things we tried in North Winnipeg, we convened a neighborhood assembly where we had to because it's really poor and the city ignores them. So we said, like, what do we need in our neighborhood? Let's talk about the kinds of changes we want to bring about. One of the things that people have talked about doing is under common law, you have an obligation, if there's a crime going on and the courts aren't doing anything about it, to take, that's why we're able to convene those common law courts. We've convened common law courts on a lot of different issues. Citizen arrest laws in Canada have been broadened. So before you had to have seen a crime to detain somebody. Now all you have to do is suspect this person might be going to harm somebody. Well, that's one of the answers in terms of people say, what do we do about child trafficking and child abuse? We need to protect the children of our communities. And activating people at the grassroots. One of the things in, I think it's Goderich, that's in southern Ontario. The city council and mayor there, one of our people out there in Sarnia went up and shared some of the stuff, and they said, you know, most of the money we pay to the feds don't go to essential services. The federal tax money goes to pay off debts to foreign banks. And one of the reasons there's a big debt is because the super wealthy and the corporations and the banks haven't paid taxes in 20 years, right? So close those loopholes, you'd have $20 billion and whatever. But the feds aren't going to do that because it's the crown system, Governor General, Privy Council, it's the old boys network. 80% of the laws passed in Canada are never even debated in Parliament. They're order in council. Passed order in council. When you see PC in front of a law, it means Privy Council. So it's not even representative government. It's not even responsible government. And we had our attempted revolution in 1837. It got defeated. Our 1776. My great-great-great-grandfather Philip took part in it. Philip Annett, he was a farmer down in Watford. And we need that system in place, but it's got to be we who create it. So that's the message, to really, for people to take responsibility, think of how you can start that process in your own community. And we publish books on this. I have copies here. But sign the list and we'll be in touch, and there'll be more specific ways you can help. One thing you could do is just listen to our radio show. It's every Sunday at 6 Eastern Time. It's bbsradio.com and then /Here We Stand, one word, bbsradio.com/Here We Stand. That's the name of the program. We've got people involved in all these campaigns coming on all the time, and it's a good way to stay on top of that. But I'll put a sheet out and you can sign it. Thank you.